Saving lives may be as simple as lowering speed limits and simply slowing down. That's something police will tell you, but it's also something new research from AAA supports. Traffic reporter Jason Luber recently talked about it with AAA's Skylar McKinley.
And Skylar, I read all the time the relationship between speed, how fast we're going, and how bad you can be hurt in a crash and how much damage can happen in a crash. What did this new AAA report discover?
This was a good old-fashioned crash test. We got our crash test dummies. We put them in some cars. They were 2010 Honda CR-V EX crossovers. We chose those cars because they were representative of the modern American car on the road, about 10 years old. Also, that vehicle had one of the best-in-class safety ratings you could get, and then we crashed them just to see what would happen. Here's the good news. Our cars are getting safer generally. At crashes at 40 miles per hour, our dummies were relatively unharmed, and the interior of the car's cabin was fine. So you can crash at 40 and because of all this new safety tech, be okay. But at 56 miles per hour, at 50 miles per hour even, our dummies were getting injured. At 50 miles per hour, there was severe leg injuries. There was probably traumatic injuries to the neck and brain. At 56 miles per hour in these crashes, those dummies their heads were slamming into the airbag. They were definitely going through what would be a traumatic crash if they were real human beings. So the bottom line is your car is getting safer, but your car is not smart enough or safe enough to defy the laws of physics, and speed kills.
Yeah, that sounds very scary. And there were a lot of numbers in there. What's the key takeaway from this study?
The key takeaway I would say is that, sometimes you just find yourself speeding. You might be going 50 and a 40 and you say, no big deal. You are at the safest point in any traffic environment when you're behind the wheel of an automobile. And even speeding in that context, when you're protected by everything, can be deadly. When we talk about speeding, you might be saving 1 or 2 minutes tops en route to your destination by going over the speed limit. For me, that's just not worth the risk. And I think for most people, the trade-off of 1 or 2 minutes versus losing your life or having to pay hundreds of thousands of dollars in medical bills, the research makes clear it's just not worth it for anybody, even our crash test dummies.
Yeah, I know you see that all the time. Somebody speeds by you and then they're sitting at the same traffic light that you are. So what should drivers know to be safe when it comes to this, comes to speeding?
There's a two-part answer here. Number one is don't speed. It's that simple. Go the speed limit, and the speed limit is the limit. It should be the maximum you're going, especially in urban environments and neighborhoods, suburban environments. Never speed. But beyond that, look, every time there's a crash that results from speeding, that's going to cause congestion and slow down roadways. So even on our highways, when we talk about having faster speed limits, that's not exactly what drivers want. If drivers want less traffic and to get faster to their destination, we actually need better roads, and better roads might sometimes be slower. So that's the message that I'm taking to governments. It's the message I'm getting out there is maybe we should reevaluate our speed limits based off this and other research. By the way, you can learn about all of our work on this and other issues at AAA.com.